This generation of Ford Escape was first introduced in 2021, and now it's back with a refresh. What's up, folks? I'm Dave Underkoffler, editor-in-chief of Autolist.com, back with another one-week test drive. This week's victim is the 2024 Ford Escape. It's in one of the most competitive segments in the entire industry, compact crossovers. And since this version was first introduced, there have been a host of all-new competitors, like the Honda CR-V, Mazda CX-50, and Hyundai Tucson. So to stay competitive, Ford recently gave this model a pretty thorough update that includes a new look on the outside and new tech on the inside. What's more, it comes with one of two turbocharged engines, or a hybrid, or a plug-in hybrid. So is all that going to be enough to put this at the top of its segment? Let's go spend a week with one and find out. All right, we're going to start with a walk around of the exterior of this Escape. As I mentioned, they made some changes to the exterior, not huge changes, but they're enough to give this Escape a much more premium look. Let me show you the model that's been around since 2021. There it is. And now back to this. And as you can see, not huge changes, but the ones they did make give this new version a really upscale, sort of crisper look. And I love what they've done to this new model. You've got LED daytime running lamps here. You've got a nice light bar across the top. And then our loaded model, you've also got the light bar all the way across the front there. That's pretty cool. So yeah, it just gives it a more upscale look. We are testing a fully loaded ST Elite version. So there are new trims starting in 2023. There's the Active, that's the base trim, and then there are 3 different models in the ST line, and then there's the Platinum. So we're testing the highest end version. It is the ST Elite, so you get all the bells and whistles, including 19-inch alloy wheels. Ours are painted black. You've got some ST line badges right there. I'll move around the side. Overall, the dimensions of this Escape about the same as many of its competitors. Not huge differences. We'll show you the back here. Slightly different. Let me show you the back of the 2021 version. There it is. Now back to this. So again, subtle changes, but it does give this version a more upscale look. I really like that. I'll show you the cargo area. Cargo area is about average for the segment. Not as roomy as a Honda CR-V, but still pretty good. So you got my bag there. The seats are split 60-40 and they do fold. I'll show you those a little bit later. But overall, yeah, gives it a nice look. So what do you guys think? Do you like the changes that Ford made to this midlife update on the Escape? Do you think it's more premium, or is it still kind of not doing it for you? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. But personally, I like it. Earlier version just didn't have a lot of character, and this one stands out a little bit more, so that's cool. I also really like this color, great red. Gets away from the blacks or the grays or the whites. Nice to have some variety. All right, let's take a look at what's under that hood. All right, let's talk engines. As I mentioned, we're testing a fully loaded model, so that means it has the larger of the 2 turbocharged engines that are available. This is a 2-liter turbocharged EcoBoost 4-cylinder engine. It makes 250 horsepower, 280 pound-feet of torque. It's paired with all-wheel drive and an 8-speed automatic transmission. Base models are going to have a smaller turbocharged engine. That's 1.5 liters, it's 3 cylinders, makes 181 horsepower and 199 pound-feet of torque. It comes with either front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive and an 8-speed automatic transmission as well. Then there's the hybrid with 192 horsepower and the plug-in hybrid that has 210 total horsepower and 37 miles of all-electric range. All right, now let's look at the interior of the Escape. As I mentioned, we're in a fully loaded version, so not everything you see here will come standard, but the good news is some of the best updates Ford made apply to all trims of the Escape. That includes Sync 4 is now running the infotainment system. It's a good system. It's a good setup, really intuitive. Let me show you some of the things we've got. It has wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto, even on the base trims, no matter what size screen you have here. So that's pretty cool. We'll show you the screen. This is sort of a home screen. You then go to the navigation. And what I like is that there's sort of a sub-menu here. And this is right now, it's for the audio. You can scroll through. There's your phone. You've got trip computer. And if you want to get to one of these functions, you just tap this tile and it moves it into the main screen and then moves the other one to the smaller screen. So I like that. That is pretty cool. We've got a 12.3-inch digital instrument panel here. Base models will have a smaller screen. It's 8 inches there. And then base models also have a smaller screen here. But like I said, still, no matter what, Everything gets wireless, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto and over-the-air updates. Climate control is down below. Again, we're loaded, so we've got heated seats, we've got a heated steering wheel. I like that this menu is here all the time, no matter what you've got going on in this screen, whether it's CarPlay or any of the other systems, this is always down here. That's pretty nice. And then down below, you've got a few physical buttons. This is actually one big button, just sort of a weird feature. But anyway, some random buttons down there. You do have a physical volume knob. I really like that rather than having, it being part of the touchscreen. So overall, nicely designed. You've got a rotary shifter here and then wireless smartphone charging down below, a couple of USB ports there. And then, yeah, your standard fare, right? Some cup holders, some good storage in there, more storage over the side. We have a tech package added onto our tester. So that means we have these quilted leather seats. We also have a panoramic moonroof. Seats are good, not great. They're good, supportive enough. I have felt better. And another nitpick I have with the interior is some of the hard plastics. So down here, this is a $44,000 vehicle that we're testing, fully loaded. And it still has some of these hard plastics. These, why do you not want those? Well, they scratch really easily. They wear pretty quickly over time. So, you've got kids or animals or dogs or what have you in and out of the car, that's gonna scuff up pretty easily. So that's probably my biggest gripe. Again, we've also have you can see it sort of right here, a heads-up display and a Bang & Olufsen sound system, again, on our loaded test version. So there you have it. Overall, pretty nice interior though. Let's go show you the back seats. All right, now rear seat space. If you've seen our videos before, you know the drill. I put the front seat to where I would have it if I were sitting up there. I'm 6'1" and plenty of space to have two adults sitting tandem. I've got more than enough room for my knees, my feet, pretty comfortable that way. I also really like, not every crossover has it in this segment, but the Escape has this sliding seat. So you can move this up if you want to get, maybe you've got car seats here, you want to get closer to the adults in the front, you can slide these up. They actually go pretty far. So that's just a nice bit of versatility. You also have reclining seats. You go back a little bit, and then it's this same lever that would have the seats fold totally flat. So overall, yeah, a lot of space back here, pretty comfortable place to be, tons of headroom, and that's including the fact that we do have the panoramic moonroof. Sometimes that eats in the headspace. Not so here. So yeah, really enjoying the space back here. Lots of comfort and practicality. All right, next up, driving impressions. I gotta say, I'm actually pretty impressed with how this Ford Escape drives. As a reminder, we're in the larger turbocharged engine, 250 horsepower. That's more than almost anything else in this segment, more than the RAV4, the Honda CR-V, the Nissan Rogue. So 250 horsepower really scoots in this car. It's got lots of passing power, lots of power on the freeway, on ramps, and then around town, not a lot of turbo lag. So I really do like that. Ford's been using the EcoBoost in all of its vehicles for a really long time now. They know what they're doing in terms of tuning it. I really like that. I also like that you don't need to spend a fortune to get that engine. I know we're in the fully loaded $44,000 version of the Escape, but this engine can be had for about $35,600 is the cheapest version of the Escape that you can get this larger 2-liter turbo in. I would definitely recommend going with this engine if you are shopping for like a mid-grade trim of the Escape. The base model, the 1.5 liter, just doesn't cut it. It's a little anemic, doesn't quite sound as good. So yeah, kind of whatever Escape you're shopping for, make sure it has this 2-liter turbo. I think you'll be really happy. Otherwise, the rest of the drive experience is pretty good. The suspension is nicely tuned. It's a comfortable ride here. Not a lot of wind noise or road noise coming into the cabin. The 8-speed automatic transmission does what it should. It stays out of the way. You really don't notice it. The shifts are nicely timed. So overall, yeah, this doesn't drive like a sports car. It's not supposed to be. It's a compact crossover, but I am impressed with the refinement and the degree of comfort that Ford has built in to this Escape. All right, folks, there you have it, our 1-week test drive of the 2024 Ford Escape. I gotta say, I've been really impressed with the updates Ford has made to this vehicle starting in 2023. They make it better looking, better driving, and with better tech inside. And those updates really keep it competitive with the rest of the compact segment. So if you are shopping for one of those vehicles, definitely put the Escape on your list as long as it has that larger 2-liter turbo. So for reviews or listings of this Escape or anything else you're shopping for, new or used, be sure to check out Autolist.com. And before you go, like and subscribe to this channel so you can get alerts on all of our future updates. We'll see you out there.